Hi, we're here with Nick from ET3. Thank you so much for coming, Nick. What is your quest?
My quest is to get rid of traffic in Los Angeles and beyond. That's number one. Then the second one would be for that same technology to be run fully on solar electricity. So and it can be done, and that's what ET3 is. So should I explain ET3 if people don't know, or?
Absolutely.
So ET3, you might have seen this logo, slightly associated with the Venus Project, Evacuated Tube Transport Technologies. And that's where a lightweight car-sized capsule floats on magnetic levitation in an evacuated tube. So we evacuate the air out of the way, and we bring space travel conditions to Earth. That's why it's called space travel on Earth. And it's super energy efficient, and it's really fast.
Oh, so cool. That is awesome. What do you say to the naysayers who say, oh, we can't do it on solar. Solar is not enough. What do you say to that?
Well, actually, in the last couple weeks, maybe you saw an Elon Musk interview a couple weeks ago, Pando Daily, but he was talking about some sort of hyperloop that would get you from LA to San Francisco in 30 minutes and be powered total on solar electricity. And that's basically what ET3 can do. And as far as all the naysayers, I say, well, just look at the technology. It's pretty simple stuff. When you get rid of the air friction, and you basically, it's pretty efficient.
It's science.
So yeah, it's science, and this idea is over 100 years old. It goes back to Jules Verne, the famous sci-fi novelist, and Robert Goddard, who, if you Wikipedia him, you'll see that he's created with creating the first liquid-filled rocket. Well, his stuff ended up going to the moon, but 131 of his patents were filed after his death by his wife, who was also his secretary, one of them being a vacuum transportation system. The RAND Corp did studies in 1972, VHST, you can look at that up, and this is the next progression. This is a personal-sized railroad, so instead of bigger vehicles, like in some of the other ideas, this is a lightweight car-sized capsule that just enters through an airlock and then merges into the traffic. So it's a car philosophy, it's a freeway philosophy.
In a society that uses these kinds of efficient technologies, like a resource-based economy, what would you look forward to most?
More time with my family, more time to read about just the interesting things that going down the rabbit hole on the internet is always fun, but and just learning about the world, just more free time, more time to exercise, just less time stuck in traffic, cleaner air to breathe, just better food to eat. It all comes down to transportation, because you got to realize we're not addicted to oil. We're addicted to the transportation that the oil provides us. So it all comes down to transportation.
How did you become involved with the Zeitgeist movement?
I actually graduated from USC School of Theater in 2002, and I was a struggling actor until I met my wife in a sketch comedy show, and then I was a waiter at the Ritz-Carlton for 5 years. But I've always been very into politics, and then when my wife's business took off, Joanna Garzilli, I then was able to quit my job, although it's scary to give up those type of benefits, and focus on a screenplay that had been in my head for a long time. And then I kind of just woke up, and I had a baby too in 2009, Dominic, my son, and I got so fed up with the corruption that I decided to run for Congress. I've always been very into politics, so I decided to run for Congress, and I filed my FEC papers, and I got my website and logo, and I made myself a candidate, and I started researching how to solve bigger societal problems, transportation problems. That's when I came across the Venus Project through the second Zeitgeist, and then I called Daryl. I saw ET3 was mentioned in that, and I immediately got it, because I remember sophomore year physics class. You take a pebble and a feather, and you drop them. Of course, the pebble's going to hit the table first. And we did this experiment, of course. You put them both in test tubes, and you put corks on the top, and you suck out the air, and you move the tubes back and forth. They travel at the same speed. I actually learned about this on my birthday, and it's just a rush of energy went through my body, and I just knew that this was something that had to be built. And since then, I ended up moving to Florida and suspending my campaign, but I then bought an ET3 license, and it's been the best decision of my life. I've now done a lot of good things.
We are so glad you're doing that. How can we keep up with ET3?
So yeah, ET3 on Facebook. There's like us on Facebook would be the first thing. ET3.com. If you want to get involved, we are an open consortium licensee, so where everyone can leverage their skills and get ET3 built. So go to et3.com, go to et3.net, look into getting a license, and yeah, get in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, and yeah, I'm moderating those accounts right now. So
Thank you so much, Nick. We're so glad to